Hello, my name is Saurabh Suman and roll number 1812069. I am from 2018 batch Chemical Engineering from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and IT Jalandhar. And I am making this presentation as an assignment for my departmental elective subject that is Hydrocarbon Engineering. The topics for the presentation are one is the calorific value and another one is the burning test at 24 hours. So let's proceed with the presentation. So the contents of the presentation will be calorific value and its significance, and another topic burning test 24 hours, and there will be a small experimental procedure to find this how this test is being carried out. So let's proceed with the first one, that is the calorific value. Now it is the parameter necessary for defining the energetic content of the materials, whether it is food or fuel. Now it is referred to as the gross calorific value or high heating value. Also, it is represented as the absolute value of the specific energy of combustion for a unit mass of a substance. The unit of calorific value is kilojoule per kg. It is unique for the solid fuels or the food. However, unit will be different in case of gases. I will be explaining further. Now, the efficiency of fuel or food is dependent on the calorific value. Higher the value, higher the efficiency, and similarly lower the calorific value, lower is the efficiency. Therefore, it can be said that the value of the substance is directly related to the or proportional to its efficiency. Also, water vapor that is generated in the combustion process contains some amount of heat. If we recover that heat also, then it is known as higher calorific value, and if we didn't recover that, then it is termed as the net calorific value. Net calorific value is the result when the products of combustion are allowed to escape, means the heat content of that water vapors are not included in this one. Now, how to calculate the calorific value? Now, net calorific value, it is the sum of the gross calorific value minus the latent heat of vapors, as the water content heat of water content is in the net calorific value. However, in the gross calorific value, we add the water heat content of water vapors also. And that is the gross calorific value. So, as clear from the formulas also, it will be higher than the net calorific value. Now, what is the calorific value of fuel? When we burn coal, diesel, or any other fuel, it is capable of generating electricity in the thermal plants. So, the best fuel to generate electricity depends on its quality, which is determined by the value of fuel. So, it is a quality monitoring parameter for the fuels. So, the question is, what is the calorific value of fuel? Now, the calorific value of fuel can be defined as the amount of heat produced by the complete combustion of unit of any fuel. Now, the unit depends on the type of fuel. For example, coal is a solid fuel and it will be made in a weight, so units, whereas the volume in case of gaseous fuel. Therefore, caloric value for them will be kilocalorie per kilogram for the solid fuels and kilocalorie per liter for the gaseous fuel respectively. So the significance of the calorific value, as you might have understood, since some fuels and foods are part and parcel of our lives that we use at our every hour and seconds of time, it is essential to keep track of the amount of energy we consume or transport. Having a knowledge of calorific value of fuel and food, it helps us to undertake easy calculations that the gas suppliers and shippers will have to build the gas. And also, uh, let's say there are two fuels, one is A and other is B, and A is having high calorific value and B is having less calorific value. Let's say it's 10 times of that of B. So the energy produced by 1 kg of A will be is equal to the energy produced by the 10 kg of B. So we can easily see the difference how much higher the quality of A will be. So there will be cost differences, transportation differences, amount of reactors or vessels required in which we are generating the our fuel. So that is in terms of the fuel. Now, in terms of food, we can had it helps in determining the transportation charges. On the other hand, for the food, it will help in guiding people about a balanced caloric food consumption to remain healthy. Food with too little or too high caloric value may lead to health problems. So it should be kept in mind that the body will be able to carry out daily activities and will remain fit if calories are consumed in a specific range. This is all about the calorific value. Now coming to the second topic, it is the burning test 24 hours. So this test is used to check the burning properties of the kerosene. It is related with the checking the quality of the kerosene oil that we have. Now, the ability of kerosene to burn steadily and cleanly over an extended period is an important property and gives some indication of the purity and composition of the product. Hence, it is related with the purity of the oil, uh, which we are testing in the 24-hour test. There is nothing in the test. We burn the oil in the for 24 hours, and we will be knowing, like seeing how its behavior and the properties change after burning. Now, the 24 test involves noting the average oil consumption. These are certain things that we measure: oil consumption, change in flame dimensions, and appearance of wick and chimney. So, in this method, oil is burned for 24 hours in the standard lamp. There is a standard lamp with a flame machine adjusted to some specified dimensions. The details of operation are carefully specified and involve the test room conditions, volume of sample, wick nature, pre-treatment of wick and glass chimney, method of wick trimming, and procedure of char removal. I will be explaining it further, so no need to worry about it. At the conclusion, we will have to calculate the oil consumption, amount of char formed. On the wicket, char value is calculated in mg or per kg of oil consumed. A quantitative of the appearance of the glass chimney is also made. Now, it is the experimental procedure. We have to evaluate the burning properties of kerosene by using the 24-hour test. These are the materials required: industrial insulated spirit, petroleum spirit, lamp, and wick. Two important things. Uh, this is the lamp which we use, that is standard lamp for the burning properties of the kerosene. So it will be having a wick here. There will be flame here. This part will be containing oil to be tested, that is kerosene oil. And this way here char collection is here also and on the wick also after burning. So we will be explaining it. Now the kerosene is burned for 24 hours in a special lamp, the flame confined to a specific size and shape. At the end of the test period, a consumption of kerosene and the amount of char collected is found, and a qualitative assessment made of the appearance of the glass chimney. Now this is the procedure to do this burning test. Firstly, we will dry the wick in an oven. Then rinse the reservoir 2 or 3 times with kerosene and pour 900 ml in the tank. Now hinges back the dome and chimney and trim the wick carefully with the sharp scissors. This is the specified dimensions of the wick. Now cut the wick level with the wick guide. Raise the wick and cut off a triangular portion. This will be gives the shape and size of the our wick. Now resaturate the wick with sample and weigh the lamp. Light the lamp and adjust the flame to about 1.5 mm standard flame dimensions. Now we will allow the lamp to burn for 23 hours with adjustment of any amount. At the end of this period, extinguish the flame and weigh the lamp. Now turn up the wick and we will cut up the charred end of the wick. Char will form on the wick, and replace this end of wick with the other pieces of scraping them with a forceps. At the end, we will be weighing the amount of char collected and note down on the observations. These will be the certain observations here we have to make. Easily we can get initial volume and final volume of kerosene after 24 hours. Now this will help us in calculating the percentage of kerosene used in the 24 hours. It is the initial volume minus final volume by initial volume. It will give the percentage of kerosene used. Higher this value, lower will be the, I guess, quality of that. oil. Another observation are like weight of the char obtained from the wick and weight of wick. These two will be helping us calculating the percentage of char formed, that is weight of char formed divided by the weight of the wick. And these two qualities, the initial and final weight of chimney, will give the amount of char inside the our chimney. Adding the both the weights will give the total weight of the char form, which further also helps in the percent of char form in our burning test. So these are the two qualities which we measure using the this 24-hour test for the fuel. Char value should be minimum. Both the values should be minimum for the good fuel. So thank you. This is all about the topics for presentation. Thank you very much.